Testing 1 2 1 2. All right, let's jump in and see what today brings. So this morning, we have a leader up here of APVO, up 77%. Behind it, we have we have a penny stock that was up, but it dropped through the floor. CJET, CJET, with 19 million shares dropped through the floor. Went up there. Well, I guess dropped through the floor is kind of an exaggeration. It only went up 12 cents, so it's down 2 cents because it's so cheap. Let's look for catalysts. CDT, no catalyst. MSPR, no catalyst. ELWS, IHT, no catalyst. What's today? Today is the 18th, so no catalyst. Beam, BEEM, looks like it has something. Beam Global granted patent for smart battery solutions. So they just got a patent. They're up 28%. ATCH. It's like it had a catalyst yesterday. They secured $3 million in financing. ATCH, was this the one that was moving yesterday? Yeah, it was grinding higher. Okay, ATCH is one that was moving yesterday, had a pretty big drop and continued to trade up here. So that's a continuation move. APBO. Oh, I forgot to do that. Oh boy. I forgot. Let's go home. Just jumped on and started streaming. Right. Okay, there we go. Let's jump back over. See what old Bitcoin and everything is doing today as well. Bitcoin going back up to 120s beautifully. Like to see that. Just continue to trade in this level until you're ready to explode. Would love to see it up at 150 or so. More confidence in crypto all over. But this morning, with the scans, wait, something just, what was it that just popped in here? APVO already slowing down. It had 26 million shares traded in here. Looking for something to make some headway. AQB. ATC is the only one that really looks bullish, but it's just on the cheaper side with 28% up. So it's a 20% struggle right now. They got to push through those 20s and get on up. Which I think the way the ATCH is looking, it is a continuation stock though. So the things that are happening now are a extension of what happened yesterday. Come on, big boy. Beam went up there to 374, down to 316. But staying within that 20%. BCDA got killed. Went up there to 372 and now back to 192. ATCH is, I want to see this one fail. Come on back down here under 2. Yesterday afternoon, they got 3 million in strategic financing round. Almost 10 million shares traded on that one. All right, let's go look at the front page and see what's going on. See if eyes are elsewhere. Powell warns there is no risk-free paths now. Data finally reflects what job seekers have known for months. Let's go look at some of this. Swiss exports to U.S. collapsed in first month of 39% tariff. Huawei launches new AI chip tech to take on NVIDIA's lead. Meta launches $799 Ray-Ban glasses with in-lens screen. Okay, so computer glasses. APVO showing a little spike over here, but we'll see. Continue to read. China drops Google antitrust probe during U.S. trade talks. Disney pulls Kimmel live over host Charlie Kirk remarks. U.S. stock futures jump after Fed signals more cuts. How nuclear power could be a $10 trillion market opportunity. They always say that every couple of years. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna go nuclear. Oh yeah, and then they just never do it. Exclusive Turkey surprise Air Europa deal came down to one key thing: control. Right. So I'm not really seeing any big names in here that are. See this job market data. Let's go look at that. A stagnant job market has workers sending out hundreds of applications with no luck as long as unemployment ticks up and job growth slows. Okay, since being laid off from her human resources job, blah, blah, blah. Okay, okay.
Jobs over inflation narrative, continues.
Here as well and get your take on the data this morning because you're looking at through a different prism, Tim, as a CIO. So what do you make of it?
Yeah, I mean, just going back to the earlier comments, not an economist, I'm an investor, but this definitely feels like a jobs recession. Obviously, payroll, employment declined in June, held up a little bit better in July and August, but these increases were at the margin, and they seem like they might be, likely to be revised away. And so, I think the jobs over inflation narrative, continues to prevail, following the data this morning. And ultimately, the Fed, as we'll get more color on next week, is I think going to be in a position that they've decided where spiraling unemployment is a greater risk than spiraling prices. And so, I think the sort of the release valve today that we're seeing, early flow through into equity prices is really the impact of the long end. And these levels really can't be understated if they continue to hold. Really broad implications of the 10-year for consumer financing, mortgages, and other loans. And so I think the lowest level, the 10-year this year, is around 386. So there could be some runway there, headed into 2026.
Brett, can I also get your take on the broader economy? I mean, could you see a situation, Brett, in which, okay, you have a labor market that's cooling, that's weakening, but the broader economy hangs in there?
Yeah, definitely. And the question, one of the biggest questions the Fed's going to have to grapple with over the coming months is how much of the labor slowdown that we're seeing is this due to supply versus demand factors? And when you look back at what the JOLTS survey has been telling you, it's been a low hiring, low labor demand, as gets pointed out, and low firing environment really for 12 to 16 months now. And to the extent that you have a crackdown on immigration, how much is that restricting job growth? The CBO came out today and lowered its net immigration number by 1.4 million. So that's going to impact the pace of job gains that you need for break-even employment is lower than what you would normally expect. So if we thought that break-even payroll gains of 100,000 were enough to keep the unemployment rate steady, it's likely closer to 50,000 at this point.
Interesting. Let's go back over here. Do we have any weird meetings happening today? It's the 18th, so let's go to FOMC. Factors affecting reserve balances. Okay, so nothing crazy over there. S&P 500, NASDAQ futures hit record high. Yeah, I saw that overnight. I was like, ooh, that thing is bundling. That thing is up, up, up. Best money market account rates. Builders first source. Oh. PPO. So this is the first day in a while we haven't seen multiple things, or at least one thing over 100% on a day. The highest one here that I'm seeing in the low flow area is that 73%, but everything else is like around 30% and under. So pre-market, we'll have to. It's almost like when something big happens, then people come on earlier and earlier and earlier, and then it's a little slowdown. So I would be expecting things to happen later and later in the day as people kind of process news catalysts, and then the cycle will repeat. Something big will happen. People get on earlier. Then again, down to throughout the day. So right now, we're just kind of seeing these kind of thinking processes going on in the market during pre-market, looks like. Finviz says there's some headlines. Nvidia bets big on Intel with 5 billion investment. Stock futures climb as investors jump back into tech stocks. Yeah. Okay. Pretty much the same news. Go to business. UK interest rates left unchanged at 4%. Workers across France strike over budget cut plans. Could the US interest rate cut boost the housing market? Probably more people are able to afford a little bit more and maybe get some jobs, because these numbers have been cooked over the past couple of years. Seems like they're like, oh yeah, we're getting 2,000, 200,000, 300,000 jobs, and then this big fall off. Like, bruh, what's going on? How are these jobs getting done? How much stress are you putting on people to do like a one man, like a Rambo type deal? It's like one dude has 12 jobs. But I guess that's kind of what AI is doing too, though. Kind of, but not really. It's just a tool. Air India crash victims' families sue aerospace firms, Boeing and Honeywell. So they uh, are suing. Man, Boeing is always taking hits, man. Facebook owner unveils new AI-powered smart glasses. Sign up of world business. No, no, no. Future of business, technology of business, all this good stuff. Ancient origins, personality types, AI can forecast your future health. Just looking through. Nvidia boss disappointed by reported China chip ban. Google owner unveils. We just saw that on the other one. The people who hunt down old TVs, those folks you don't want to mess with. They constantly live in the past, and they do not care. They do not care about your future. No, I'm kidding. You could be cool. You could be a cool dude. All right. So what is popping? What is popping? Anybody got any reads on anything that is possibly a sleeper catalyst today? Something that's just going under the wings. Hey, this is going to be a hard pre-market for anybody to trade, really, because this is tight. Going from 20% to 30%, coming back down, 20, 30. So basically a 10% range that people are risking and hoping it doesn't drop out of, hoping that it pumps higher out of. And these are cheaper stocks, so their ranges are already smaller anyway. APVO closed with an ATR of 24 cents yesterday. AQB closed with a ATR of 11 cents. ATC 16 cents. BEEM 19 cents. So definitely need some growth out there on those. Oh man, ATCH going back towards that $2. They end up losing itself here. PBM, what is this one? No catalyst on it. Barely up 26%. Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's actually look at the Let's actually look at the overall market here. So we can see this kind of redemption move that it made yesterday. It was flipping back and forth yesterday. Came in here, big, huge dump. This dump was from 24,500 all the way down to 24,300. So about almost a $200 move down. Jumped all the way back up, went all the way down, jumped all the way back up, and once it got going up, it really spurred over the highs here. So we got to see where people's confidence is after this move this big in the aftermarket. Got to reset themselves. BEEM. This is one of the ones that had, yeah, the smart battery solutions. Up only 23%. Going by looks, it looks like the most bullish one right now though. CJE it's only 10 cents per share. Let's see, anything else looking bullish out here? Nah, nothing more than BEEM. So we'll see what happens with this one. It's got a lot of trading in this level around 317. It does have a catalyst for a patent. Only problem is the percent gain on this one really needs to get on over these 20s and maybe get back up here to the highs. Highs are at 374. Let me look at the other point of controls here. Point of control 316, 317, 317 over here. So just bumped up the point of control a little bit on BEEM. Let's see. It's the most bullish looking one, up 28% now. Can it start getting over that 30? Start to kind of start climbing. Get more eyes over here. It's got 11 million shares on it. It is the highest price stock that I see right now. $3.26. Let's go look at a daily chart as well. So it closed at 253 here. And it went to a high of 374 today. So right under this level here, we had the 405. Came on down. Possible daily level. Possible daily level. Okay, so it's about the $4. Then we had a little high here. This is 342. So let's go ahead and duplicate. See what happens at 342. It's the only thing with catalyst right now though. Duplicate, there's one down here at $3 flat. Okay. So we just took into account these points here that are very sticking out and obvious. So we'll see how it acts around these. And it's already headed back to the lowest one, which should be the 3. Fix that. 3 flat area. Okay, so that's 3 flat. What kind of structure is this? APVO dropped off down to 65%. So now our leading gainer is 66% up. That's not great. TCH. Seems like ATCH or Beam. Trying to see which one wants to be special. Continuation or catalyst on the day. Beam is also coming back up here. Some kind of structure, but I'm not sure what this structure is. I just kind of noticed this little trend. Has a bottom here at 3. Tested it once there, tested it, and now testing what looks like is some type of trend, but we'll see if it can power through it. And back up here on ATCH, right up to that point of control, 208s. Well, ATCH didn't hold up. See how Beam does. These are the only two that really were looking bullish at this point. Both of them showing big red. So let's test this 1, 2, 3 times. Continue to fade. Under 20%, this one's going to be a dying horse. It's at 21% right now. And losing itself. 20% struggler. ATCH. 3 cents from the high, but that range is so small, I don't even know if it's worth it. I think the more something is worth taking small size, the more it's worth, you know, sizing on up. These, the way they're chopping around and slowing down, you'd be waiting forever, is what it's looking like. PVO. Almost 40 minutes since the 6 o'clock when retail can start trading, and we see kind of like some spread out volume, but the confidence is definitely a little bit lower on today. Those big pushes, those big buys over the tops and stuff like that. The more confident people are to buy breakouts, the better, probably the better opportunity for trading is going to be, because people, the percentage of wins on breakout trading is very low. So the more people you have in there willing to buy those breakouts, the better. More people that are like, oh, you know, if I got a 40%, 30, 20% chance of winning this. If you get 20,000 of those people that press the buy button at the same time, then you know they can increase the odds. And then you just wait on a dip. They're buying breakouts, you buy the dip. Because they're going to be looking for that next breakout when you're in on the dip. Beam coming back up, testing this little, let's see, testing this little level again. I don't even know if this is going to hold as a trend or if it's going to try to get back up here to the 340s. But a couple of times testing this. My criteria, I'm looking for something that's over $5, looking for something that is pretty much heading out of the 30% range, you know, 50%, 60%, 70%. Has somewhat of a catalyst. The stronger the catalyst, the better, but that's what I'm looking for. These little cheap ones kind of just chop me around a lot. Even the higher price ones chop me around sometimes, but the only thing about them, if they're good, they're good. So I could take smaller size and get bigger wins on those ones if they're chopping around. But on a cheap one like this, I have to size up to make money. Even when I don't want to, even when the idea isn't there. But again, it is looking like it wants to rupture this little place here. Has room down to the 3. So this is a 7. This could be a 17-cent stop here. So you could say, okay, well, I'm going to risk 17 cents to try to get up here. But again, I don't know what it's trying to do here. It's at 24%. It is a 20% struggler until it's not. Okay, ATCH. This one looking a little bit more bullish. It may start gaining eyes over here. 13 million shares traded, $2.13. High is up here at 218. Let me go see how this thing closed yesterday. This is a continuation. So let me clean off some of this old drawing. Let's see what we got here. So it closed yesterday at 162. Got a $3 million, yeah, this is the one, $3 million in financing yesterday afternoon. Do we see any obvious levels out here? It's already, oh, well, it's at the 212 right now. Okay, so this one may end up taking eyes because it looks so bullish. Let's see if people get brave for a breakout at 215. It does look like volume is kind of pouring into it though. It is leaving the 20% area, so it's at 30 right now, just right at that 30 tip. But will it become a 20% struggler yet again? Will those breakout buyers be on this across the 215? Back under 30. The point of control is at the 207. So this is the second time that it's been over this point of control, just trading around here. But it keeps coming back for more. Okay, so this one just kind of going flat now. Man, all that volume going towards that top, and plus it's trading above that point of control right now, holding this level. And then it's got the $2 right here. So this is the 11-cent risk right here for it to possibly break out. So, and it had catalysts on yesterday. The catalyst was that they secured the 3 million. Did the other one have catalyst? Beam? It had catalyst for today. That's what it was. Granted a patent. All right, so Beam just kind of going sideways. Not sure about this trend because it didn't attack upwards very strongly. Just holding around here at that 315-ish level. That slowdown is just unappetizing. Back in the 20% range. Back under that point of control. So one time trying to gain it, failed from here. Another time failed from here. This bottom is pretty much under 2. So we'll see if it can do any kind of reclaiming. Beam. This needs to pop over this 315. It's got about what a 30-cent move up if it can pop. Testing off that level. Then the 3 will be the low here. So now this will be an 11-cent risk down to the 3. Below 3 be out. Use that whole dollar level as a level of support. Continues to just be right on this 310-ish level. Break over 315. Could show a little pop here. Let's see. Only up 22%, so just struggling to within this little 8 cents of movement, which is crazy. Usually for the 100% movers or the 200% movers, we're seeing 15, 16% moves easily. So at this point, what's the high of this? 312. Almost under 20%, almost untradeable. Back through 3, I think it'll be what, 15% up or something like that, and that's just dead. Highest gainer right now on the small cap side, 56%, 28 million shares traded. APVO. Okay, what's going on over here? So it did end up holding out of this a little bit. So now, I mean, you got a 307 bottom and you got a $3 bottom. Will buyers come in here and try to push it up? Got two little levels of support here. One at 307, one at $3. It just needs to pop over this point of control at 315. has room. So each one of these points could be looked at as resistance. So 325 here, then you got the 331, then on up here to 340. So any of these could turn it around, but we'll see. It's been chopping around this level for a little bit. ATCH about to be back under 2. So let's see if we can see anything come over here to this one. It's a little bit higher price than ATCH. So it may offer more range, but it may be unexpected here. A break of this 315. Let's see some unexpected motion. Spurs some excitement in the market. Okay, 315. There's a little pop to there. Let's see if it can. Okay, there's 317. So how unexpected can it be? It's got these levels up here of the 325 and 331. How fast and how powerful is the move up to those levels? It's at 25% right now. Love to see it get out of 30%, get up to 40, 50. Start making people cover. $315 is hugging it. Okay, closed above 315. You see buyers jump in there. 317. They're attacking 317 now. Break above this level is going to be, I mean, literally 1 cent. So 318 is just a little hop, skip, and jump. Okay, there's 318. Let's see it get unpredictable. Level up here, 325, which isn't that far, and then 331. So about a 16-cent jump or something. All right, there's 319. Can it go ahead and get unpredictable? Held out of this trend. I want to see a new trend start. Volume coming in here. You see those blue bars coming across. Let's see what that volume does. Can we get any big volume that is where we could see movement up as volume comes in? Where the buyers at? Very choppy mover. A higher price one would never. I'm just kidding. I'm just biased, that's all. All right, ATCH, what you got going on over here? 207. You had a couple of little lower highs here as well. Okay, what are we looking at over here on Beam? Breakout level looking like 320. Came up here, had a little push down. The fact that it's only moved not even 5 cents from the 315, which is the point of control, it's just not aggressive at all. I mean, I want to see it grit its teeth and just rip. Needs to stay above 315 to keep showing strength though. We're about to come into the 7 o'clock top of the hour here in 3 minutes. Well, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. And now it is curling back to 315. Really expected more out of you. So this one hit a low of, on this trend here, hit a low of 217, back up to 227. It did trade in this area before 217, so that's 2 times that it's tested that during pre-market. Let me zoom back a little bit. Yeah, so this is his first 2 times testing this level. Have to see how it holds that pre-market level of the 215s. Now it has, it's got almost 30 million shares traded on it. So much more levels for unpredictability here. 230. Point of control is up here at 248. So I'm seeing from 203 to 248. It's got quite a bit of a zone here. Let me draw that in. So top side is 248. 48. Down to 203. That is that right? 203 on the 15 minute? Okay. Man. Got a lot of decision making to make. I might have to spread this out. All right, so only 3 or 8 cents away from the $3. About to be under 20%. ATCH still holding this level around 2. AQB, and then this one still grinding up. What? Okay. Is that volume coming in right here? Looked like it had jumped. Maybe it did. Oh, yeah, it did. Okay. So let's see if it continues to jump here. Which motion will it go up or down with this incoming volume? Hmm. Okay, Beam. Again, you have held out of here. So you got the $3 down here. So at this point, it's like an 8-cent risk down here to the bottom. It really needs to hold at 3. It's at 21% right now. So close to just slipping on under. ATCH just right at this $2. Does it have any kind of trend we can see here? This will be pre-market, so I don't know how much you can trust this, but this is a trend up in here. Let me, wow. Okay, cancel that and then go to the right. Let's go zoom a little bit further this way. Will it end up breaking that $2 down? KDGM. I'm seeing one called ADGM. It has catalyst for today. I keep seeing it flash on and go off. ADGM. It's kind of just, I don't know what it's doing. Okay, ADGM. Catalyst for today, it says a DGO medical pivotal study acute results to be presented at or in late breaking session at VT Symposium. So, presentation. So I pop up 160 up here to 250s, but let's see where this thing's located. ADGM. Already back under 20%. So it's got to push. It's got to break over 250s. Let's see where you're located or where you originated. ADGM out of Laguna Hills, California. Adagio Medical Holdings Inc., a developmental stage medical device company, focuses on the development and commercialization of ablation technologies for the treatment of cardiac arrhythmias. It offers treatment for cardiac arrhythmias, including atrial fibrillation, arterial flutter, ventricular tachycardia, whatever that is. The company's product portfolio includes I-class atrial ultra low temperature cryoablation, catheter and accessories, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it was founded in 2011. and it's bobbling around down here around $2 right now. Oh, 3 million shares traded on it. It's got some work to do to catch up with some other things. Let's go look at the daily chart for ADGM. So it closed at 163. And I'm gonna leave the ADGM chart over here. I'm just gonna mark up the daily chart for obvious levels, and y'all can just check them, and so you can just watch and see what's happening over there. Had a level at 180 that it got over. Has a top up here of 293. So let me mark that up as a possible daily level. Now I'll flip over here in a minute. Give me a second. So possible daily. Level. Okay. Next one is up to 420. So duplicate that. Bam, bam. Any more obvious ones? Looks like it's only got history back to 8. What is 8? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. August 1st of 2024. It looks like is where the history starts. So it says it's been it was founded in 2011, but it didn't IPO till 2024. So less than a year of trading there. Or wait, a little bit more than a year of trading. But yeah, 5 million shares traded now on it. Had a little bit of big range. The marks that I put on here, these are the obvious levels that I saw up here. 288, 422 up there, but it is not up there yet. It's still at 2. So let me jump over here and show y'all this real quick. So this was the daily chart. Mark this little tip level here at 288, and then one up here at 422, and then past that, nothing really obvious. Maybe 498 right there. But that's even higher. So let me mark that up. But yeah, just a presentation on that one. So not the most dangerous catalyst, but sometimes we've seen when it gets desperate and people start just jumping in, things can happen. You know, there's not much moving. This one's coming through the 20% ish level, trying to get to the 30s, and you know, people kind of get desperate, you know. So we'll see if they get desperate enough to start buying breakouts on this thing. 250 bottom side, so the ATR high is down here at 180s, just kind of bottling around here. Majority of the trades on the 1 minute have been at the 206. Then on the 5 minute, 205, and on the 15 minute, 164. So let me mark that zone up. So from here, 206 down to the 164. 164 here. So we'll see how it holds over this level. Maybe people will get excited. But it does have a catalyst on the day. So says the presentation is going to be on October 10th through 11th. So that's going to be next month, 10th and 11th. So we'll see how excited people get about that. ADGM, 6 million shares traded. AVO has the most volume right now in the small caps, which is 37 million. So we'll see how they compete with each other. ADGM getting out of that 30%. It barely peaked out of there. Now it's back to 29%. Yep, there's that desperation. There's the buyout, the breakout. Woo! There it is, touching up there to 250. Let's see how it holds this previous level of looks like it moved this up to 210. But let's see how it trades above this previous level here of the points of control. So somebody bought some breakouts. Either there were limit orders up here for people to try to get it as it's going up, and they just sold off back from there, or something, because that's some desperation right there. All right. Back to the 20%, so it's back down to 28% right now. And it is sitting right on those previous points of control, that cloud there. Almost to 10 million shares traded. Coming on down into the cloud. Okay, so tested the cloud, gave it a little needle prick. We'll see if we can start. This high here is 210. We'll see what happens here. Point of control is re-entering the cloud, coming on down with it, with the price action, I mean. Another little needle prick right at the whole dollar level. Hmm. Okay, looks like it wants to. Is it going to exit the cloud? Trying to hit the tip top. Okay, so it's back out. Let's see if it continues to trade over this $2 level. And push back under that point of control. Kind of big drop back in there after that test to the top of that cloud. It's pretty I mean, that first candle, this unpredictable one, was 210 up to 230, so about 20 cents. Then from here, this whole red candle was 204 up to 250, so about double what this little one was. So it's a 20% struggler now, 24%. All right. Well, looks like I'll be looking towards intraday. Didn't see anything that was meeting my scope. $5 be up going towards and definitely holding over 30%. Have a catalyst would be great. You know, have a reason to move. Right now there are a lot of questions. Let me go back to Yahoo and see what has changed on the front page. I'm about to get out of here and get going to the office. And I'll be watching See what happens during intraday. If anything, whoa, whoa, yep. So that was definitely a drop on into this cloud here. Bottom side of this is at the 164. I mean, it may test the whole cloud. May not even go back up. Under 2 now. A lot of people want to start kind of backing off of it. It's back under 20% as well, down to 11%, 10%. Taking people's money here in pre-market. Beam came down to 3 a couple of times. Got this lower high sitting on 3 right now. I'm not sure about that one, but it's up 18%. It's not even a 20% struggler. It's not even tradable right now. So yeah, I'm going to circle back later on in the day, continue to take safer trades that I can manage risk on, and try not to oversize. You know, don't want to end up with 1,000 shares of one of these little $2 stocks and then end up, you know, getting dipped on. This was ATCH we saw earlier, broke that down. Now ADGM is down all the way. I mean, it might actually go to the bottom of this cloud. I didn't think it was going to go that quickly, but yeah, it's only like 10 cents away. 10 million shares traded, so that is kind of crazy. So from 164 up to 206. It is what it is. I'm gonna see if there's anything better today. If not, I will be sitting tightly on my hands, warming them so cautiously. I want to kind of see what's going to be happening with the market as well. The market made a big move up, and it's kind of in an indecisive area where it's like, okay, is this thing going to go sideways? Is it going to continue? Does it want to come down? Because yesterday we saw a lot of backflips on the market. Right here. This right here, I was trading during this time. And I was like, I hope this thing does not blast down. And so I was like, yeah, let me just stop. Cause I didn't know what, I mean, it was making almost $100 moves back and forth. So I was just at a loss of words. But anyway, I'm gonna get going to the office. Remember the Discord. If you join the Discord, it is free. We continue conversations on Discord about the market and you know what all is going on in the day. In the Discord, I also update with my dividends, any dividends that I'm getting into, any cryptos or all that stuff. So yeah, check it out. I don't know if it dropped that link, but I can drop that link real quick. Let me do that real quick before I jump out of here. Timers. This should be it. And drop that in there. All right. All right. Yep. That's it. So I will catch you guys on the next one. And as always, keep your head on a swivel. The market is not your friend. We're here to get in and get out for day trading. You know, you want to swing trade, you want to have a holding mindset, go to swing trade, go to long-term investment, because this is yeah, it's a lot of bag holding out here. Anyway, that's it for me today. And as always, I'll see you in the next one tomorrow morning, pre-market. Peace.